What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jazz, and I am back with another reaction video. Um, as y'all see by the title, this is King Von, Friends Become Enemies. Like, I kind of seen this little video surfing around, but I never sat and thought and said to, what am I saying? I never came across it and actually looked at any of the videos, but I looked at little snippets of the really short clips that I seen that was going around or whatever at the time, in the beginning when it happened. But I never really sat and watched the real video. So this is my first time. Make sure, if you are not, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know, because we on the way to 2K. But yeah, y'all, let's get into the video.
People told me you and Young Boy was beefing or something like that.
I know they be saying that a lot.
What happened?
They be saying that a lot. It's like we got the same issues and holes, and then you know how the internet will try to make it, but it ain't nothing too serious, nothing that you should worry about.
5 people were shot overnight in downtown Atlanta. 2 of them died, and now investigators are working to figure out what led up to the violence.
Just keep
It's
breathing,
a very
cuz.
election.
Hold on, you can't move on that
You
thing.
got it. My fault.
Yeah.
Man, he's shot. What you mean wrong side?
Alright, what's up everybody? We gotta talk about
That's
this
crazy.
King Von situation. Rest in peace. It's tragic. Everything that could have went wrong that night. Von was shot in the parking lot of the Monaco Hookah Lounge right in the center of downtown Atlanta after this huge brawl with Quando Rondo's crew and a couple of undercover police. Everything was captured on surveillance cameras with multiple angles, and I've seen so many rumors and fake stories circulating. The stuff about Dirk buying all the tickets to Quando Rondo's next show, news sites posting Snapchats from a fake Quando Rondo account calling King Von Queen Von. That's all fake. We don't have to invent stories. Reality is already crazy. People don't even know there was almost a second
People are petty.
shootout the night Von was killed. After the chaos in the parking lot at the hookah spot, both crews rushed to the hospital and went to the same one. That's why Quando Rondo went immediately to Instagram Live when he got to the entrance at the Grady Memorial Hospital.
Just keep breathing, cuz. Come on.
And while they moved Von's body on the highway 8 miles from the hospital to the morgue, Atlanta police were in the very same hospital charging Quando Rondo's boy Little Tim for the murder of King Von. Now, not only is Lil Tim fighting this felony murder case, but something people don't know is he's already fighting a conspiracy case in Georgia. After this year-long investigation took down a trap house in Savannah.
So is he still locked up for this? Cause y'all know, you kill somebody, it's like you get in and out. You get more time for drugs than you do for killing somebody.
Confiscating 15 pounds of kush, $16,000 cash, and a bunch of guns. And if you're online even a little bit, you've seen the rumors circulating that NBA Youngboy is responsible for Von's death. We saw close NBA Youngboy affiliates
I
going
ain't hear that
immediately to
one.
IG Live as soon as it happened, laughing at Von being killed.
The joke's on you, this now you getting wrapped down.
Say that's that Von pack. When I seen
Yeah.
he got popped, all I could do was laugh.
You are so
All I could do was
ignorant.
laugh.
Now, we're gonna get into all this, but before we do, check out my song of the day. This is my guy Young Po. Let's go.
I gotta have it all. Niggas who raise the ball. I'm on my partner, one call, we'll get all of y'all. I'm kicking bad shit like Luke Kang. I bet they love the way we steppin'. City kid getting money. Now them bitches wanna sweat me. I drop a bag up on it. Get that little boy from around me. Niggas be mad that we up. Knowing back then they down. I'm blowing them rats in showers. She wanna suck it for hours. I got the juice to power.
Alright, it's messed up to say, but this is the most attention Quando Rondo's ever gotten in his career. He was never a headliner, he's not a huge artist, but now he's in the position where he's playing up the role of the bad guy. Dropping that song, addressing the King Von situation, shooting that video, dressed up as the guy who killed him, Little Tim. He's been wearing bulletproof vests everywhere, getting all his shows canceled, and what makes the situation worse, at one point, King Von and Quando were cool with each other.
63rd, nigga, so dirty ass.
That's the crazy part right there. Y'all used to be cool, and now you laughing at his death. Y'all, I don't understand it. Who does that?
And
listen, though, man, the nigga on 64, y'all 63 niggas over there smoking crack.
That's a video from a year ago of the two of them before a show in Atlanta, cracking jokes and making fun of Von's ops together. But realistically, this relationship was not gonna last. And yes, NBA YoungBoy is involved.
YoungBoy,
Wow.
the YB situation was just too real, just too good.
Wow.
All us got a real
Young boy involved? He is involved in it?
bond, so I don't f that music shit. Like, you feel me? This shit is way deeper than that.
The reason YoungBoy is mentioned in this is because he has ties with both Quando and Von. Quando was the first artist signed to YoungBoy's Never Broke Again label. They've been real close ever since, making music, doing shows. They even tag team jumped their own security together.
This one first. I never heard that.
And when YoungBoy was beefing with Kodak Black a couple years back, Quando showed his loyalty by going on IG Live and burning Kodak's merch.
Man, it's up.
Man, we on some NBA shit, man. Tell Ethical don't send me this shit no more, man.
He even went to New York and got into a brawl in Brooklyn with Kodak's artist, Tutu G's. According to Tutu, Quando got slapped, people were throwing chairs, it was chaos. Now thankfully, nobody got hurt,
Oh, so
but the
they went
beef is still
crazy.
on to this day. And YoungBoy's got a huge list of these industry beefs with people he doesn't get along with. One tension that was slowly building behind the scenes was with him and a new artist out of Chicago named King Von.
Fuck YoungBoy talking about on this song, bro. He talking crazy on this man.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that. On his ass, man. You got cap in your raps.
At this point, Von was just starting to get hot. He had Crazy Story 1 out, the buzz was slowly building. And in March of 2019, Von went on Instagram Live to say that YoungBoy was lying in his raps. YoungBoy fans were quick in the comments, spamming him to apologize or something was gonna happen to Von in 48 hours. Fast forward a couple months to December 2019. Lil Reese, who's super close to
How
Von,
do I try to make
comes out and
somebody
says
apologize?
he would never do a song with YoungBoy. After fans were asking him for a collab, we could see these lines being drawn real quick between O'Block and YoungBoy's crew 4KT. Fast forward again, 4 months ago. These photos surface of Von holding hands with YoungBoy's ex-girl and baby mama, Jania. At the same time, Von was tweeting subliminals about posting some other dude's girl, doing stuff that would have him stop claiming his kids. It didn't take long for YoungBoy to match that energy and go out and do a song with King Von's ex-girl, Asia Doll. Both of them using each other's girls as props to get at one another. And the whole time, people like 600 Breezy from Chicago were hyping Von up, saying
So
stuff
was Von like messing with Janelle like that?
like, I love what you're doing, we know what you're doing, hashtag Rapper K. So he's saying Rapper Killer. Basically, he's cryptically talking about YoungBoy, who then responded indirectly, but super directly at the same time, by saying, I'm gonna make sure my son F's your daughter since you're trolling. Now this tension kept building and building behind the scenes. Von's even got subliminals about YoungBoy on this new album he dropped last month, Welcome to O-Block. On the song Mine 2, Von says outright that he's got beef in Louisiana and the other dude doesn't know it. He's rapping that gangster shit, now he's gotta show it. So when the news hit last month that Von got killed in a confrontation with YoungBoy's artist, theories started to circulate that it was YoungBoy who ordered the hit. 2 days after Von was killed, a fan uploaded an old unreleased song from YoungBoy and titled it like it was a King Von diss called Let Them Shots Off. Now this was pure clickbait, but the video still managed to go to number 8 on trending on YouTube, and it's not about King Von at all. And I saw fans starting to go back into YoungBoy's catalog,
Why people be
reading into
doing
his
that?
lyrics, looking for clues. One song in particular, they claim predicted Von's death 2 months before it happened. The song is called Dead Trolls, and at one point in the song, YoungBoy talks about planning to rob somebody in Atlanta. He talks about leaving his ops dead and mentions D Rose being away from the Chicago Bulls home. You connect the lyrics, King Von was staying in Atlanta, he got killed in Atlanta. D Rose was a point guard for the Chicago Bulls, but in Chicago drill, D Rose was an infamous O-Block shooter who got 40 years for a murder. He's been shouted out on numerous tracks by Chief Keef, and even Von, who's got photos side by side with him. And this song Dead Trolls just happened to drop shortly after these photos surfaced of King Von holding hands with Jania, YoungBoy's ex-girl. Now, before we get carried away, no, I don't think this song predicted Von's death 2 months before it happened. I don't think Youngboy cooked up some Louisiana voodoo to make that happen. In reality, the Atlanta line could be about anybody. Half the
Right.
industry's in Atlanta, and Youngboy beefs with half the industry.
I'm gonna have to
Jada
agree
Young
with
and
him
Fredo
on that.
Bang, their beefs are well documented. Both of them got tension with Youngboy, and both of them record in Atlanta. So, no, I don't buy it. Truth is, Von's manager says this incident was personal between Quando and Von.
This has nothing
What
to
y'all
do
think
with
about that?
Yo Boy doing a song with Asian Doll, and that has nothing to do with this, right?
No, this had to do with Von being the person he is, and Ben, he don't like all that sneak this social media stuff.
And as those tensions escalated between both camps, word is Quando had been talking shit behind the scenes about Von for quite some time, to the point where Von said if he caught someone from that camp, he was putting hands on. And this music industry's small, you're
Oh,
gonna run into
so Quando was like, so Quando was being fake, pretty much.
people, especially in
So he was being
Atlanta. That's
fake.
where all the good studios are, producers, label offices. Quando Rondo's from Georgia, Dirk and Von are both based out there too, so this was only a matter of time. Now, the Monaco Hookah Lounge is right in the center of downtown Atlanta. King Von's been to that spot before. It's a popular place, but it's also a red zone for shootouts. 3 people have been killed at this place in the last year alone. That's why there were undercovers patrolling the area that night and at the venue. Now, the first reports that came out were confusing.
Dang, y'all. So they was patrolling and Von still got killed. Like, oh, no. What are you doing?
The news said that undercover police had shot Von. We even saw dispatch calls from Chicago PD telling their officers that Atlanta police had shot Von and to move with caution around O Block because emotions would be high.
Last night in Atlanta, police shot King Von and 2 of his people. Social media is active with, they're upset with the police. So if we have any jobs in Parkway, send 2 cars. Keep your eyes open, be wary. They're not happy with the police over there.
We later found out 3 separate crews were involved. Von's crew, Quando's crew, and the undercover police. Now, nobody knows what set Von off, but Von's manager says that night he wasn't himself. Von was celebrating his album release at Opium Nightclub a few hours earlier. He was supposed to go back to his Airbnb around 2:30 in the morning, but he suddenly decided to switch routes midway and go to this hookah spot on Trinity Avenue about 10 minutes away. Now, Von cannot carry weapons himself. He's been fighting that case with Dirk in Atlanta for close to a year. They got strict guidelines to follow, but he knows his status. Usually, Von travels with 3 to 4 security, a bulletproof truck, and his guys from Chicago. But on this night, he left Club Opium by himself with 1 driver and 1 other car, leaving that fleet of
Yeah, that
security
sucks.
behind. When Von got to the hookah spot, he waited for 30 minutes in the car, and his security finally got word of his new location change and immediately rushed over to get to him. The whole time, Quando Rondo just happened to be in the same parking lot at that same hookah spot, napping in his McLaren. I know coincidences can happen, but this one's pretty big. What are the chances that King Von randomly decided to change routes and go to a hookah spot where somebody that he doesn't like happens to be at? One of Von's friends spots Quando and goes back to tell Von, and on the CCTV camera we see Quando making his way over to this white SUV, scanning the area cautiously. Shortly after, you see Von leaping out of his own car, going looking for Quando. As soon as Von sees Quando, he starts throwing punches. Von is unarmed, but his crew is swarming Quando quickly. That's when Quando's bro, Lil Tim, hops out the white SUV, pulls a pistol out, and fires off 5 shots, hitting Von in the chest and thighs. Bullets also graze Von's manager, who is in the mix of it. All hell breaks loose. Von's bro, Slutty, who was right next to Von when the brawl started, was the first person to return fire once Von gets shot, hitting Lil Tim in the leg once, but then his gun jams, so he can't finish the job. Now this actually saves Lil Tim's life. Him getting shot in the leg drops him to the ground, making him a non-threat to the undercover police who were creeping around back in the
So
adjacent
he probably
parking
would have
lot.
been
With Lil
dead
Tim on the
too.
ground and Slutty standing over him with a jammed up Glock, Slutty turns and runs into the adjacent parking lot towards the undercovers, who start ringing off shots and hit both Slutty and another O-Block guy named Louis in the head. killing Slutty on the spot and leaving Louis in critical condition.
I
This
did
whole
not know
time,
that.
Quando is
Wow,
still
that's
tangled up with King
crazy.
Von, who's just been shot a bunch of times and has paralysis in the bottom half of his body. According to Von's manager, Quando was screaming, "Von shot, Von shot." And on camera, it looks like he leans in and holds close to Von, either trying to help him or take his chain. It's hard to say which. But eventually, Von's brother Muop runs over and knocks Quando in the head, separating him from Von, where they can now pick him up and escape in the getaway vehicle. Unfortunately, even though the hospital was just 10 minutes away, doctors could not save his life. And now, we're left in the aftermath.
Yes, sir, man. Rest in peace, King Von, man.
You're talking about two
Rest
clicks
in
with huge
peace.
influence, money, and power. The very next day, we saw 600 Breezy hitting the freeway at 150 miles an hour, leaving Chicago to go to Baton Rouge as a declaration of war with NBA Youngboy's crew 4KT.
Oh, he won't play. 150 miles per hour?
Breezy is also openly talking about revenge on socials, leaving kissy emojis underneath Von's killer's IG page. Several days after everything happened, Von's childhood bro, Mimo600, went to Savannah, Georgia to film a music video in Quando Rondo's neighborhood. I think he filmed it in the housing complex close by. Regardless, point is, nobody's squashing nothing. And while Mimo was out there in Quando's neighborhood, this girl DMs him saying they should link up while he's there. After doing some research on the girl, Mimo finds her in a Quando Rondo music video just last year. It was a setup, a backdoor attack.
I was gonna say, this sounds like a
Quando's home
setup.
city. And you've heard that theory, the enemy of your enemy is your friend. That's playing out in real time. But it's not just the industry that's affected by Von's death. We can look at the city of Chicago too. This has been the most violent year in Chicago since 2016. And just like when FBG Duck died, one side was laughing. Well, now it's the other side's turn. As these memes of Von packs are being shared all over the internet, diss songs being made, and people close to Duck just showing Von no signs of sympathy. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for this video. Rest in peace to Von. Let me know what you guys think in the
Man, y'all,
comments
people
below.
are
I'll see you in the next one.
petty. People are so freaking petty and ignorant. Like, how can you? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But it's a lot of this. I didn't even know NBA Youngboy was linked to this. If it's true, like, if he really is linked to this, that is just crazy. Like, I had no clue. Y'all. It's I don't even know. Like, bruh, it's a lot of this I didn't even know, but it's just so crazy how all this, like, just played out. But rest in peace to King Von. Prayers up for Asian. I don't know how she's doing at this point, but I know, like, I had seen one of her videos. I think it was her live. She was talking about her mental, how she was feeling, how she was scared, how she was going through, you know, like, mentally going through things since Von's death. I don't know about now, but, you know, prayers up for her, his family, them. It was just so sad. Like, I didn't really listen to him like that, but, like, when I found out and got to know who he was, heard a little bit of his music, you know, he seemed like, you know, his music was kind of dope. His music is kind of, you know, dope, or is dope, whatever. It's just crazy how all of that played out, how he died, how Quando Rondo was cool with him, but yet, like, going behind his back and being fake. Like, what? That's why you can't have too many homies. Your circle gotta be small. Like, y'all can't have all these people. Y'all have all these people y'all call y'all homies, y'all friends, whatever. They really not y'all friends. Y'all can't trust half of these niggas in the streets because they fake. They really fake. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will be back at y'all with another freaking reaction. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you are not already. Hit that notification bell so that you know when your girls upload. We on the way to 2K and it's on per.